For those of you that may not realise, I've got the Halloween t-shirt on today, and there's some little squirrels down here that want to be my friend. Hello everyone, Paul here from Unusual Things. Now today is October the 31st, Halloween, or Samhain if you like to use the correct terminology. Now today we are in a cemetery in Portsmouth. It's just come up for 20 minutes past 4 and the cemetery will be closing soon because it's getting dark. Now the reason why we're here today is very shortly we're going to visit the outside of a house that was haunted. Now when I say it was haunted, it's because it was recently on a popular paranormal TV show called Help, My House is Haunted, where they allegedly got rid of the spirits that were in the house, one being a poltergeist and one being that of a very evil, imposing male figure. So I'm going to have to keep it short and sweet in here in the cemetery because, like I said, it will be closing fairly soon. But as it's Halloween, I wanted to bring something special for you. Now I know we've already had the Halloween special last week, but I wanted to bring you something today from somewhere where you can go, okay, it's nice to have a Halloween special on Halloween. So we'll be going to visit the house very, very shortly. Now if you like the video today, the usual stuff applies. Please give it a thumbs up. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Rudely interrupted. Carry on. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the origins of Halloween, Samhain if you like. And then we're going to make our way to the residency, which is the haunted house, which is not too far away over there actually. So we'll make our way over there very, very shortly. But I just wanted to tell you about this. And whilst I'll tell you about it, the origins of Halloween, we'll have a little look around the cemetery and we'll listen to the crows in the background as always. Bang on cue. Halloween's origins date back to the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain. The Celts, who lived 2,000 years ago, mostly in the area that is now Ireland, the United Kingdom and northern France, celebrated their new year on November the 1st. This day marked the end of summer and the harvest and the beginning of the dark, cold winter, a time of year that was often associated with human death. Celts believed that on the night before the new year, the boundary between the worlds of the living and the dead became blurred. On the night of October the 31st, they celebrated Samhain, when it is believed that the ghosts of the dead returned to the earth. In addition to causing trouble and damaging crops, Celts thought that the presence of the otherworldly spirits made it easier for the Druids and Celtic priests to make predictions about the future. For a people entirely dependent on the volatile natural world, these prophecies were an important source of comfort during the long, dark winter. To commemorate the event, Druids built huge sacred bonfires where people gathered to burn crops and animals as sacrifices to the Celtic deities. During the celebration, the Celts wore costumes, typically consisting of animal heads and skins, and attempted to tell each other's fortunes. When the celebration was over, they lit their hearth fires, which they had extinguished earlier that evening from the sacred bonfire to help protect them during the long coming winter. So there's all the information there about the origins of Halloween, Samhain. Now, of course, it came from the Celts and was, of course, in the UK and, like I say, in France and Ireland. But the Americans seem to have got hold of it and really commercialised it and made it a profitable thing where they made it a bit of fun, etc. And that's why a lot of people believe it comes from America. But obviously it doesn't because of the information I've just given you. Now, Halloween's something that I've always personally celebrated as a kid. My brother and I, growing up, we used to always have Halloween parties. Our friends used to always come around. And a lot of them, their parents didn't really get it. They weren't really into it. Whereas my brother and I were, and we still are, strangely. Now, of course, you may be thinking, What strange kid is into Halloween? Most of them are into Christmas and stuff. Well, of course, we like Christmas, but Halloween was one of those times of years where you could have a party, you could have fun, you could dress up, you have your friends around, you could do all the bits and pieces that you wanted to do, and have an excuse to do it in a fun way, even though a lot of people didn't get it. Anyway, very shortly, I'm going to be taking you to the house that I was talking about earlier on. Now, you may say, oh, why is it okay to film outside? Yes, it's perfectly fine to film outside because the programme was actually on television. It was on Discovery Channel and of course the Really Channel as well. So I just want to make you aware of that in case you think, oh, you're filming outside someone's house. No, that's not the case. It's already been on television anyway, so don't worry about that. Now, of course, someone does live there, so I will respect their privacy and I will not be filming up in through the windows or anything like that. But I will show you the house because that's already been on television. And I'll obviously tell you the story about what happened and why that house was haunted. Now, if you like Halloween, please leave me your comments down below. If you like ghost stories, if you like anything like that, a little bit weird, a little bit different, a little bit unusual, then you're in the right place and you're in good company. But make sure you leave your comments down below, won't you? And we'll go and find the house that I was talking about earlier on, and I'll tell you the story when we get there about what happened and why the house was haunted. Okay, so I was just walking back to my car and I saw this grave. Before we head to the house, I've got to show you this. I've never seen anything like this in a British cemetery ever, ever, ever. It's amazing. Let me show you. Wow, look at this. That is, wow. That is amazing. Look at it. I've never seen anything like that in my life. Okay, so I have now come to the area, Baffins. Now, Baffins Pond has been here for many, many years, but the actual area of Baffins itself was built up post-1930s, really. Before that, it used to be quite sort of barren land. There wasn't much to it where we are. But we've come today because we want to see from outside the house that I was telling you about earlier on, which is haunted. Now, I've just seen someone go in there, but obviously I didn't want to film them. I will show you the house soon. Like I say, it's been on national television, so it's not something new at all. Now, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the story behind this, and then we're going to have a little look at the house, and you'll get an understanding as to why it was haunted. Now, there was a gentleman by the name of Philip Matthews who in the 1890s come from Timworth, and he made his partner at the time pregnant, and he was forced to marry her, but she died within a few months of having the baby. Within 6 months of that, he remarried someone else, and that lasted about 5 or 6 years. But he was constantly looking around for an affair. He liked his younger ladies, and he met a younger woman by the name of Charlotte Maloney. And he said to his wife that he was going to place his daughter that he had at the time from the first marriage, who was now 5 or 6 years old, into a good home in London. The sad part was he brought her down to Baffins Pond, this area, where he killed her. They found marks consistent with those of strangulation of the young 6-year-old girl. Imagine how frightened she must have been, 5 or 6 years old, and her dad brought her to a location like this, which obviously didn't have the built-up area, didn't have the properties around it, and he murdered her. Now, in the actual television show Help My House is Haunted, where the family asked for help, the psychic medium Ian Lawman came in to help, and what they found was was that there was a lot of poltergeist activity in the house. And they realised that this was coming from the young girl. They did lots of experiments and so forth, and they found out that the young girl was trying to get their attention. The problem was that the daughters of the house, both of them, their boyfriends, had experienced a very tall, dark, greasy-haired looking man, very slim, trying to put his weight on them during the evening and suffocate them. Both cases, at separate times, the boyfriends left the house and refused to come back. Now what happened was that one of the daughters was constantly fearful about being in the house on her own. Apparently the tall, slim, greasy looking man would appear in places and try to frighten them. Now at the end of the show they do conclude it, and they do help with the removal of the spirits. Ian Lawman helps the young lady move on, and they get rid of the gentleman, of course, in the house. And then apparently months after, the house was left in peace. So of course the house no longer is haunted, but what we're going to do is just show it to you so you can see what house I'm talking about. And like I say, if you want to watch the show, it's probably on Really Channel, Discovery Channel again. But we'll have a look. It's the one, it's got the light on now, but it's got like an oval shaped front door. So what we'll do is we'll stay on this side of the road. And when I said the oval shaped door, I meant the oval shaped mirror on the door. That one there. It's got the green and the black bin outside. It's got a Ring doorbell on there, so they're probably watching me filming them, as you do. We'll just go back as we head back to the car, and I'll show it to you again. 70s. That one there. So there we have it. I just wanted to bring this little Halloween special to you. I saw it on television the other day on a paranormal show, and I knew it wasn't too far from where I lived, and I thought I would bring it to you and tell you the story. It's quite a good one actually. I enjoy things like that. I enjoy watching paranormal programs. So if you get a chance to go and watch it, Help My House is Haunted. Good little plug from there. Like I say, on the Really and Discovery Channel. And that was the house where they got rid of the streaky haired man, the long skinny man. You can never see anything in the windows when you look though, can you? You shouldn't be able to, because they should be gone. Anyway, thank you as always for watching. Don't forget to give it a like, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I hope you've enjoyed our couple of little Halloween specials, and whatever you're up to, stay safe, happy Halloween, enjoy yourself, and take it easy. And watch out for Michael Myers. He will be out tonight, and he's on the prowl. Anyway, I've just come back past the cemetery, and I don't know if you can see it, it's dark in here now. So I thought I'd just have a little look in the dark and show you guys, because that It one has lit up as well. So I just want to show you that. Give you an idea as to how dark it is in here now. But, like I say, that It one is lit up. You can hear the birds going wild. I've got a torch with me in case I need it, for obvious reasons. But we'll have a look up there, and then we'll call it a day or a night. Looks amazing, the red lights on it at night time. I had to come back and show you, because it just looks so cool. Now I'm going to take a picture, and I'm hoping that the flash doesn't come on. How amazing does that look at night time? So cool, isn't it? But like I say, when I look around cemeteries, you can see lots, like everyone's trying to get hold of me. Why are people trying to get hold of me when I'm ringing, when I'm filming? There we go. Yeah, filming, go away. See all the little lights there, look? Loads of little lights, trees and stuff. Looks so cool. Anyway, as it was dark, I had to come back in. Hello, there I am. I had to come back in. The birds are all shitting themselves now. And show you, because I was just driving past and I thought, it looks nice and dark in it now. It'd be pretty cool to film. There's lots of strange people in here after dark. But I guess it's Halloween. Everyone's entitled to a good scare, right?